Hello, ridiculous luck tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Advance, the After Years. Not Advance, Final Fantasy IV, my PSP, technically, with me, BlueAnkylo! Anyway, as you can see, we got a Mithril Bolt and a Mithril Nut. I was so amazed by my ridiculous luck here. The last time you saw us was, I was fighting with the challenge dungeon, right? So, we'll talk about that in a minute. First off, we knew we had sort of a sub-quest to fix the Calcabrina dolls. The way you do it, I had to look it up, is Waxing Moon, and you go to this area in the dungeon, right? You know, you remember this place, Agart Mine, right? So Waxing Moon specifically, that's the only phase of the moon. There's different monsters in different phases of the moons. You mess around here long enough, and I promise we'll get into a battle before too much longer, and you fight these things. Now, this is exactly the second time I have fought this fight. The first fight I did it was the one I showed you the rewards from. And I got both of the rare drops that we needed. So, I got stupidly lucky. Apparently one is 1 in 32 and one is 1 in 64 chances, basically. And I got them both. Pure fluke, basically. So if you're trying to get Calcabrina fixed, well, it's really easy in the PSP version. Anyway, I've got more than enough of what I need. It's supposed to be rare. Maybe in different versions of the game, there's different. It comes in different difficulties. In this one, it's no big deal. I thought I was really lucky. Maybe it's not a big deal. Anyway, so let's conclude up what's been going on, because there's been a bit of a gap between the last time you saw me and where we are now. Change number 1. We are level 40 rather than level 29 or 30 or whatever we stopped at. So what does that mean? That means I had to do level grinding. I actually had to leave the dungeon we were in, the challenge dungeon, come back to this dungeon, and I had to level up to like level 33, level 34, somewhere around there. And then try it again. It's just stupidly hard. So, I level grinded up to level 30-something. Got some new spells. Drain is kind of dumb. I think Pig was new. I might have had Pig before. But Bile was the big one. So, more MP than the eras, but it does cast instantly and it does a lot of damage. And it's pretty solid. So, there's that. So I leveled up until I had Bio, and then a couple more levels up. Then I started doing the dungeon. Even at level 34, or whatever I was exactly, I had to bring... I brought 99 high potions. I used over 60 of them. And that was a full explore. Like, I wanted to figure out where all the treasures were. So it sucked. It took forever. It was garbage. This is a terrible challenge dungeon. Not fun at all. Really, really annoying, actually. But I figured it out. I know how the puzzles work now. You actually have to redo it 2 or 3 or 4 different times to get those. Remember the doors that were locked? They change which doors are locked if you redo the dungeon. So that's fun. And you remember when I said I sure hope these doors and walls, the trap doors and trap walls that you fight, I sure hope you only have to fight them once? No, that's wrong. Every time you load up the secret dungeon, the challenge dungeon, you have to fight them all again. It's super great. So, let's do a recap. I'm going to redo the dungeon now that I know how to get through it quickly, and I'm going to show you what we've got for new items. Polymorph Rod was a random chest. Well, not random, it's just a chest. I'll show you approximately where it was. It's pretty good for intelligence. So we've boosted Rydia's intellect very, very high. There would be better weapons. I think the Thorn Whip, or the Chain Whip, one of these was from the boss fight. And I think that was it. Gold Hairpin was from the boss fight. Black Robe was from the boss fight. Sprint Ring was from the boss fight. And for Luca, Gaia's Hammer was for the boss fight. There's actually a Flame Shield that we picked up, but the hammer is two-handed. So unless you want to go back to the Battle Axe, which is dumb, you can't use it. Flame Mail was either in a chest or something. And of course, just like when Theodore's challenge dungeon, we picked up some random stuff here. Well, we've got the mithril and nuts and bolts now. I got one more adamantite, which is probably really, really good for later. And I don't think there's much else that was valuable. I got this from a random enemy. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that amazing, really. Maybe a couple more elixirs. A couple more soma drops and silver apples. Basically, it's kind of a... It's a jerk dungeon. We're going to run through it real quick, though. And it's the fastest... At this point, now that we're level 40, the fastest way to do it is on a full moon. Because that way we do the most magic damage. What else was I going to say? Oh, the reason we're at level 40 exactly, if you may have noticed, you can't get any higher than that. That is the level cap for Iridia's Tail. I don't think Cedar had that cap. It might have been higher, but I think we got over level 40 with him. So that's... It's kind of a pain now. I think on the first time I cleared the dungeon, like I actually went everywhere, I think I hit level 40. Like, if you fight the random battles, you get tons of XP. Anyway, let's go through this. First room, open the center door. Now, you might not be able to do this the first time you run through it, but I didn't need the Gaia's Hammer to do this. Once you've got a relatively powerful Luca, maybe level 30, mid-30s, you can beat the trapdoors before they attack you, before they kill you off. And then, so center and then right. And there's a lot of trapdoors, so I figure trying to save on MP is actually really good, because even just casting stop on it every time, it was draining our... Well, it drains you. Like, that was why my first run through, after we stopped recording, took so long. Now, if you want to get all the treasure, I'm not going to be showing that all off. You have to do some exploring on your own. For the most part, the treasure that you have to search for behind the locked doors and stuff is not worth your time. Like, don't worry about it. It's just a waste. Seriously. The random battles, I decided... Well, once I hit level 40, I don't get experience anyway, so I don't really fight them. They're tough. The random battles are tough here. This room has 3 doors, left, right, and center. We're taking the center door again. Each of these 3 doors for this room has a trap wall behind it. But 2 of them, the trap wall leads to nothing, ever. So take the center one. Those fights, that's a pretty easy fight. 1 bio would have killed them all. Even an era spell probably would have killed them all. So then we have demon walls. They have somewhere around 7,000 HP, I think. So you can see bio is amazing, as someone has mentioned in the comments, I'm sure. 3 bio will definitely kill it, but I tend to save MP, so I use 2, and then I let Luca finish it off. And that way we just don't run through our MP. We don't have to use so many tents and cottages and stuff. Money is not really a problem, but I try not to have to rest up too much. It messes the time up. So that's Area 1. Area 2, Challenge Dungeon 2nd floor. Start on the left. Auto battle saves time. I mean, casting bio would be a little bit quicker than just letting Luca smack it 3 or 4 times, but this way we don't have to spend any MP. And yeah, it seems like with the trapdoors, depending on how close you get to killing them, if they haven't done their target attack yet, and you do enough damage without actually killing them, like bring them down to like 200 HP or something like that, instead of trying to one-shot you, they actually just summon a monster. And the monster is actually really, really weak, so it works out pretty well when that happens. The Gaia's Hammer is significantly stronger than the battle axe you would have the first couple runs. So, like I said, if you're playing through at level 30 or something, you may still have to use magic or something stronger than this to just win these fights. But I mean, they're not that hard, it's just... It drags you down if you have to do too many of these fights. Well, it dragged me down anyway. Maybe you guys enjoy it. So, the second wall is on the right that you want to fight. Center wall first, right wall next. And like before, we'll do the same basic thing. Auto battle does speed up the animations, so no reason not to do that. Yeah, bio is definitely better than the era spells. I don't think it's quite as good as the Aga spells, but it does cast very, very instantly, which is a pretty significant upgrade. Oh, I forgot to mention, one of the reasons Rydia is so quick, as a matter of fact. I didn't show that off. most of her gear gives her plus intellect, but the speed comes from the sprint ring. And so I kind of sacrifice some defense and magic defense so that she actually gets to go faster than Luca. Anyway, that's Zone 2. Zone 3 can be a real pain until you've learned the patterns. For one, the battles, I think, are more dangerous here, the random battles. Now, if you go... There's other ways around. There's kind of like a 2x3 grid. Or 3x3. There's 3 wide by 3 tall. The way I do it is I go right from the entrance, up on the left, and then up on the right. If you take any of the other ropes, you will fight very difficult battles that, even at level 40, are... I mean, we can win, but especially at like level 28, 29, 30, super, super challenging. That's where we really got stuck when I did my first run. On the back of these, not this pillar, but if you get to the top of the other 2 ropes, those are where you're going to find your secrets. There's going to be some chests you have to fight to get loot. I think I showed one of them off in the last episode, and we couldn't win the fight. Once you've got bio, it's not as bad. But anyway, this is the wall you're looking for. This is the last wall we need to kill. So, like, my point is, once you know what to do, this dungeon probably takes 5 minutes. And I've had to do it, like, 10 or 12 times to get all the loot, just like Theodore's. But, unlike Theodore's, there was no gradual progression. You didn't get a little bit of gear, get a level up or 2 every run. This one was grind it out just to start, and then by the time you figure out how to get through the dungeon, you're already level 40. So, that's pretty brutal. This would be a good time to save, or at least make sure everyone's above, well, as much HP as you can give them, basically. Because this next battle is tough. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it, because it's kind of interesting. First, I'll show you the easy way. Get him! Okay, so, easy way. We have boss gobbies and minion gobbies. If you've played other Final Fantasy IV games, you generally know to kill the leader that gives the rest of them commands. This has happened in many, many fights. So, let's target the boss with the strongest spell. Bio works good, plus it's buffed up by the phase of the moon. It's going to do a lot of damage. Yeah. But he counters with a spell. Bio is the weakest of his counters. If he counters with Firaga, it can... well, it'll do about 1,000 damage to Rydia. If you're not at a pretty high level, it might just kill you. So you'd have to have a Phoenix down ready to go, and then get her back up. The good news is, once you've got bio... oops, that was the wrong button. Once you've got bio, hopefully you can withstand the minion hits. Oh, that's because Luca attacked it. If you don't attack them, they don't do that. If you just leave them alone, they just do normal attacks. But as long as you've got bio, and you have enough intellect, basically, you can 2 shots, and he's dead. No counter. After that, there's really nothing to worry about. So this is the easy way. I could use magic to kill the minions. It doesn't really matter. There you go. Victory is ours. No big deal, right? That's definitely the easy way. All you have to do is survive 1 or 2, even if you're not as high a level as we are, maybe 2 counter spells from the boss gobby, and assuming you can resurrect and get healed up again, you should be okay. If you want to do it the hard way, let's try this again. I haven't tried it the hard way in a long time. The hard way involves killing all of the little gobbies first. So let's do that instead. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. So, these things die pretty quickly. They don't really do a lot of damage. Even at a lower level, they don't hit Rydia for very much. Like 50 to 100 damage tops. Let's pretend we don't have bio for a second. We'll just use Thundra. First time we came here, we didn't have bio. You can still one-shot them pretty easily. I wouldn't have been able to do that much damage, right? Like, I think our intellect would have been 30 or 40, so we would have had a much smaller... like, damage multiplier. And yes, the first few times through, you're going to use a ton of high potions constantly. Because enemies aren't going to die this quickly, and they're going to get a lot of hits in. And that was not a big deal. So, I'll stick with the Era spells just to see how it goes. How dare you slay them? You will pay. So he throws some buffs on, basically. So you've seen, if I just targeted him, we could do like 2,000 damage per hit. Not quite as good. Not even close. I'm not sure, if, other than the big throw from Luca, if I can actually do enough damage. Bio should be better, but if you're at a lower level, don't expect Luca to do more than 150 damage. Okay, Bio still works pretty good. So he can die pretty quickly. The first time I tried this on him, with just the Thunderas and Furas and stuff, I couldn't do more than 100 damage with spell points, with magic, basically. And this guy has about 4,000 or 4,500 HP. You'll probably never kill him, because he'll actually heal up faster than you can do damage. So if you don't have Bio, don't fight him this way. And if you have Bio, you might as well just fight him the easy way anyway. But a few rounds, we should have it. There you go. That's the hard way, even though that didn't seem too bad at level 40. Anyway, you get some treasure, you're done. Very nice, right? So, to complete the story, and I know this is going to be probably a shorter episode than last one. Last one was super long. We're actually gonna, we're gonna oops it. We're gonna run through this dungeon one more time, and we're gonna kill the turtle thing, and then we're gonna fix our airship one more time. A little bit differently this time. I'm probably not gonna fight a lot of the battles, because, well, there's no experience, so what does it matter? Oh, I didn't even look at what treasure I got from that. Did you guys even notice? I wasn't paying attention. Once you've gotten all the good stuff, you just get random junk. Like light curtains and high potions and stuff. Maybe there's something good, but once you've gotten all of the unique loot, you just get random stuff. So you have to fight through the bonus dungeons, I don't know, 10 or 11 times or something like that. And then after that, there's no point. At least with Theodore, you kept getting levels up. For this one, it was much more of a grind. Much more of a grind. I mean, we couldn't even do the dungeon at the level we finished the tail at, which was pretty sad. I think it's down and then right and then up. Or right and then down, actually. Yeah. Upwards is a save space, if you remember that. And then from here, if you go up, that's how you get to the room. We have to go kind of that way anyway, but that's the room with the dolls. Not quite. Close. Yeah, if you go up there, that's where the dolls are. But only on the waxing moon. And we should have done it. I didn't realize it was going to be so easy to get them dropped. I should have just done that the first time. I thought, I'd read up that it was like a 1 in 64 chance to get actually... Oh, this is the chest, yeah. I was like, why didn't I get this chest? Nah, this is the boss chest. But yeah, I read that it was really hard to get what I wanted. So, I saved it for the challenge dungeon, basically. We seem to be much stronger than we were last time. What happens if I use elemental stuff on it? Like last time we had him, he kept changing into fire mode. I want to see if he changes into ice mode. No. It's just a tortoise that likes to go fiery. Now does this do like bonus damage? This will be a good comparison. Compared to what we used to do with Blizzara. The same spell, probably double the damage we used to do with it, right? Just from levels up and gear. It's pretty good. I mean, Bio is just as good. And it casts quicker. It is the classic good mid-game spell. Once we get Quake, that'll probably replace it, though. That's our Agritite. Woohoo! Every time you save a clear game, it overrides kind of the last chest, the last bit of the dungeon, basically. Let's just warp our way out. Quicker than walking, anyway. Oops. Actually, it wouldn't be a horrible idea to have the warp in the top slot. The top left slot. The encounter rate always messes me up. It's so brutal in this game. So anyway, I'm happy to be done Rydia's tail, basically. It's short. Like, the actual tail itself is fairly short, which was fine. No problems at all. It's this challenge dungeon. I don't know, man. Theodore's was totally fun. Rydia's? If I'd known you were going to have to level grind so much, I wouldn't have maybe done them. Alright, so let's see. What's different? Get to work. Smack, smack, smack. Whack, whack, whack. Smack, smack, smack. Smack, smack, smack. Bang, bang, bang. I think that's what I did the first time, right? So good at fixing airships. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Are we going to need to incorporate the dolls? Yeah, if we can't fix it, we'll be stuck here forever. What if we found all the mithril parts in the dungeon, though? Hold on. Yeah, you don't want to salvage parts from those dolls. We might need them later. But you grew up with these guys. We've only had to fight them twice. Other than that, they've been friends. Here, try this stuff. We found some trash in the dungeon. The spring was from a chest, the bolt and the nut were from the other dolls. Awesome! Happy music! No one dies today! Not even the dolls. Good girl, Rydia. Does this mean we can fix it before Titan attacks us and changes the story? That'd be pretty sweet. Wow, those nuts were amazing. And the dolls are put together. Hooray! Uh-oh, Titan's coming. And then the dolls sacrifice themselves to kill Titan. And nothing is different. Sure would be nice if I knew. Well, we've got Bio, that'll help, right? Gaia's wrath. Gaia is angry. Wow. We have done this fight before, so I'm not going to really, like, read through this all too much. It appears, though, that Calcabrina are not helping us. That's disappointing. Nah, there's no way to analyze it. 3,000 damage, wow. I'm surprised Gaia's hammer actually does anything. It's Earth Elemental. Actually, no. Gaia's hammer deals fire damage. Although you can use it as an item to cast a different spell. I forgot to show that off. He's... No! Titan! Oh no. What happens if you use Gaia's hammer? Do you fix the Earth? No, you break it. But the problem is Luke is really bad at magic. So it doesn't really do any damage. Yeah, the hammer is doing pretty good. So is this... Killed by earthquake? Not really. We could do this all day. I'm trying to decide if this is faster than just waiting it out like we did last time, because I didn't want to hurt it. There's probably like a damage threshold you have to get to or something. Once you've dealt like 10,000 damage or something, then you move on to the next step. Or something. Or it's wait 10 turns and then something finally happens. Now, there it is. Haha! Everyone wants to see this guy again. Here's your second chance to try to figure out who this guy is. Thanks for saving the ladies, though. Nice work. Who are you? Instead of the hooded man, it is the man in black. The man we all strive to be. He doesn't care about summons and going to Baron. He just goes straight to Babel. Who are you, really? You can tell me. I won't tell anybody. I won't tell the YouTubes. I promise. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed. There's the cleanup for Rydia's tail, and you get to see this amazing image again. Alright, guys. Seriously, thanks for watching. I'm pumped to play the next story. Who's the next tail? I don't know. Find out next time on BlueAnkylo's YouTube channel. Have a great day.